Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com, and in this video I'm going to do something that will help you grow an existing small business. I'm going to give you 10 small business growth strategy ideas that will help you expand, make more money, run more efficiently, and actually save time on a small budget. So the first thing is I want to give you a couple quotes that will really help you put this in perspective. Benjamin Franklin said, "Growth is a process of trial and error or experimentation." So you're always got to be experimenting. The golden rule for every businessman is this: put yourself in your customer's place. So always be experimenting with new things, and these ideas will give you a lot to work with. And always think about where your customer is. Put yourself in their shoes. What would they see when they looked at your brand? Number one, do some more segmentation. So Rocky Eula, who is a very successful YouTube entrepreneur, said, "We're using free organic traffic from YouTube to segment our market by specific interests and then making offers off of the topic that they selected." So it's all about how do you know what they're interested in, and when they read an article or they watch a video that you did, whatever that video or article is about, you know they're interested in that subject. So don't assume anything beyond that subject. So they have a great article on digitalmarketer.com, and Rocky Eula showed exactly how they increased small business sales by 30% using the segmentation way of doing things. In other words, let me show you part of this where he was sending all traffic to the same page, and instead of doing that, he decided for his basketball business where they train people to be good at basketball, he decided, hey, these people are not, just because they're interested in basketball training doesn't mean they're all interested in the same type of training. Some people want to learn how to jump higher. Some people want to learn how to handle the ball. Some people want to just learn how to shoot. So he had to make it more specific. So what he did, instead of sending all his traffic from YouTube to the same page to become a lead, he decided to segment it. In other words, he divided up his videos into categories, then he made a separate squeeze page for each category. So then these were more specific to exactly what the person was interested in watching. So this increased their leads and sales by 30% by doing this. So then they made products for each category, and then you can tie them together later on. But see, this is what he did. His traffic was from YouTube. He had a different lead magnet for each category of YouTube videos. Then he had an email autoresponder for each category. Then he had products for each category. And then they would go to a different list whether you could sell more high-end stuff. So instead of sending everyone to the same thing and having a one-size-fits-all for your small business, segment people into categories of what kind of content they're interested in, and that'll tell you what products they'll be interested in. Number two, automation. The first rule of any technology used in a business is automation applied to an efficient operation will magnify the efficiency. The second is that automation applied to an inefficient operation will magnify the inefficiency. Bill Gates said this. Billionaire, founder of Microsoft, everybody knows who he is. He's saying that automation can really make the huge difference in your business, but first you have to have the process almost perfected before doing it right. Otherwise, it can magnify the problems. So there's a lot of great tools you can use, especially through the internet now, and I want to direct you to an article on entrepreneur.com where they list 15 tools for automation in your small business, and I will show you a few of them. Hootsuite will help you a lot with social media automation, which it helps you automatically post on a schedule instead of you having to spend all your time on social media. It can really save you time and make you more money. HubSpot is great for sales and marketing. It's kind of an all-in-one solution for automation. Infusionsoft is one of the better email marketing platforms for collecting leads, sending offers to leads, and tracking what they're interested in, what they click, and what emails they open. MailChimp is another one that's great for email marketing. There's a lot of great tools on this page, and I want to challenge you to look over them. IFTTT is another one that I use. If this then that is what it stands for, and it allows you to automate different things, like you can automate a new blog post being created when you publish a video, and the video will automatically be embedded in a post, or you can automatically share the new blog post or video on social media, things like that. You can automate that you would normally have to spend time doing. So go through these tools, and I guarantee you'll get use out of at least a few of them. Number 3, prioritization. Any good business knows how to prioritize. And Bryant Tracy, a best-selling author and speaker on personal effectiveness, said the important thing is the 80-20 rule. 80% of the effects come from 20% of the causes. This means if you're doing 10 tasks, 2 are going to be vastly more important than others. So 20% of what you do is going to get 80% of the results. So that means whatever you're doing right now, if you're working 12 hours a day, you probably don't need to. If you have 10 tasks that you're trying to accomplish that day, 8 of them are probably not going to get most of your results. So you can eliminate or automate or outsource 80% of what you're doing right now and actually focus on the things that will make you more money. So this is related to the Pareto principle. And if you go to wikipedia.org and search for the Pareto principle, it'll tell you that the 80-20 rule, and it'll show you how it works and how he came up with it. But it's basically something that some of the most productive people do. Tim Ferriss, Bryant Tracy, these are some very productive, successful entrepreneurs that they know that 20% of what you're doing is going to get 80% of your results. So you can eliminate, automate, or outsource 80% of what you're doing right now and focus on the 2 or 3 things each day that will get you the biggest results. So for instance, Tim Ferriss, who wrote the 4-Hour Workweek, said he made his supplement business much more efficient by stopping all communication with 80% of customers, because those customers were just wasting his time and not making very many orders. Then he focused on the 20% and made up 80% or more of his income, and then went and found more customers like the top 20%. Therefore, he multiplied his income by 3 or 4 times in just about a month. So that can be something you need to apply. Number 4 is narrowing options. So you might be giving customers too many options. Henry Ford said the customer can have any color they want as long as it's black. So obviously that's evolved over the years, but when you start out, especially when you first launch a product, you don't want to have too many options. And there's a great study that was done that you can find on the KISS Metrics blog, which is an analytics blog. It talks about the flavors study that talks about what happens when you give people either 6 choices or 24 choices. It talks about conversions, how many people bought, and you'll be astounded by the results of this study. So go to the KISS Metrics blog and read about, are you losing sales by giving customers too many choices? Check out this post, read about this study, and you'll understand the power of giving less choices and increasing sales for your business. Number 5, diversify your marketing. So content marketing is the only marketing left. That's what Seth Godin said. He's a big-time marketing thought leader. He's a best-selling author. He's written it's what seems like a million books, um, and he's one of the most respected marketers in the industry. But you need to focus on diversifying your marketing. You can't just focus all on paid advertising or people coming into your store. You need to do content marketing, and content marketing includes social media, podcasting, blogging, YouTube videos. You need to diversify. So if you want to add a few content marketing channels, I would recommend you start a blog, or you get a account on Instagram for your business, or a Facebook page for your business. So there's a great article here about content marketing, the future of it, why you need it, and how to kind of diversify using it. It's on marketinginsidergroup.com. It's by Michael Brenner, who's a very successful entrepreneur. He's built quite a few very successful brands, and he talks about what he spoke on the subject of content marketing in this article and in this slideshow, giving away some of the things that he talked about. So I definitely recommend you check this out, and you'll kind of understand how content marketing works, why it tends to be the only thing that works now and is going to be that way in the future, because brands are being less trusted by what they're putting out, and people are more interested in content instead of advertisements. People are pretty much becoming immune to ads. Number 6, weed out non-ideal customers. Instead of having to deal with problem customers, make it difficult for them to do business with you. Tim Ferriss in the 4-Hour Work Week. So just because you might lose a little bit of revenue at the start, it will eventually increase if you just eliminate problem customers. This is why Tim Ferriss recommends things like pricing products between $50 and $200, because cheap products can attract low quality customers who want to spend a lot of time asking questions, opting in for free stuff and not wanting to get out their credit cards, things like that. So there are parts of his book that you can check out here. Someone had a few notes that I found on Google about Tim Ferriss's book, and these are just a few small points that he made that are really great for dealing with problem customers. He says, instead of having to deal with problem customers, make it difficult for them to do business with you. There are lots of subtle ways to achieve this. He said, do not accept payment by Western Union or money orders. He also mentions don't accept checks. Require a tax ID number from wholesale resellers if you do wholesale resellers. Refuse to offer lower pricing for bulk orders. Don't offer this is a big one, don't offer a free product to capture people's contact details. Instead, offer something that is very low cost. So you might offer something that's $1 or $5 instead of a free report or a free ebook or something like that. Because when you offer free stuff, it can attract people that just want more free stuff. And if you're trying to sell something to them in that list, you might want to consider not doing that. And go for win-lose guarantees, something that completely removes the risk for the consumer. You always want to give money back and things like that, but the dealing with problem customers, don't offer free products, don't allow certain payments that would attract the wrong kind of people, and don't make it easy for these people to contact you if they're going to be low quality customers. Number 7, add focus to user-generated content. Small businesses are in a greater need for positive UGC, which is user-generated content, because data analytics have revealed customers, especially millennial customers, tend to ignore whether the average order value is proportionate to the store size, but relate UGC to the brand experience. Very simply put, UGC speaks for a brand's reputation. This was written by William Johnson on Small Business Trends, or smallbiztrends.com. So, user-generated content is things like reviews and testimonials, things like that. Mostly reviews and feedback from the users themselves that actually use the product are becoming extremely important. You see a very big emphasis on Amazon for these types of things. If you want to add user-generated content to add trust and help people make buying decisions for your products, I would recommend you go to HubSpot.com and look at this article about 10 user-generated content campaigns that actually worked. And these will help you create campaigns that actually incorporate user-generated content in a way that will help you instead of hurt you. So obviously you want to create very high quality products and things like that so you get good positive user feedback, but these are some ways that you can actually add it to your site, to your brand, in different ways that actually work, from big brands like Heineken, Starbucks, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Target, things like that. Number 8 is elimination. Doing something unimportant well doesn't make it important. Your business needs to not waste time and resources on things that don't matter. Okay, Tim Ferriss is a big believer in this. You'll hear it in the 4-Hour Work Week. So to eliminate things that don't matter, I would recommend you study Apple. If you want to look into their book, there's a book called Simplicity, How Apple, or Insanely Simple. It's something like that. Look it up. It has to do with how Apple was built and how simple they keep things and how they don't focus on things that don't matter and how it's all about user experience from start to bottom. But there's also an article on entrepreneur.com by Jason Fell about Apple's Simple Marketing Manifesto, and it talks about things that Steve Jobs would focus on when he was building Apple. And one of the main things he focused on was a few main goals without worrying about unimportant opportunities. He would eliminate everything that didn't have to do with their top 2 or 3 main goals for the company, and those main goals would be very big goals, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But focus on the things that will make the biggest difference and eliminate everything else. So in other words, when I talked about automation and running more efficiently earlier in the video, that's things that have to be done. Those are only important things that you are able to remove yourself from. Don't try to outsource or automate anything that doesn't have to be done at all. So eliminate before automation, eliminate before outsourcing, and you will run a much more efficient business. Number 9, increase emphasis on analytics. If you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Peter Drucker, author of The Effective Executive, one of the greatest productivity books you'll ever read. And analytics are everything when it comes to marketing, and marketing is everything when it comes to a business's success, next to obviously the product quality. But if you want to learn more about some tricks you can use for analytics, for instance on Google Analytics, which if you are running any kind of business, you better have a website, you better be getting a lot of traffic from the internet, and you better be using Google Analytics. So I recommend you check out this article by Neil Patel on quicksprout.com called 6 Advanced Google Analytics Tricks That All Site Owners Should Know. It'll tell you about some really good tips, how to use goals, how to do things like set multiple goals, and how to use them for thank you pages, how to track orders, how to understand event tracking, how to do things like figure out what your visitors' actions are when they see certain pages. I mean, he goes over the most in-depth parts of Google Analytics and some really cool tricks that you might not know. A lot of people know the basics of Google Analytics, but they don't know the best tricks for tracking every little thing that you can on your website. So if you can do that, you can fix everything, you can eliminate what's not working and build on what does. And analytics are crucial if you want your small business to get anywhere. Number 10, last but not least, make huge goals. This is more of a principle type thing than than a specific business strategy, but it works. Og Mandino in the book The Greatest Salesman in the World said, "Is it not better to aim at the moon and strike an eagle than to aim at the eagle and strike a rock?" So what he means by this is it not better to have huge goals, work very hard towards those big goals, and then if you fall short, you still are much farther along than you would have been if you set very small goals? Because most of the time, you're not going to just achieve your goals the first time. It might take you a long time, or you may never completely achieve it. Therefore, you need to set very big goals and break them down to where you can make significant progress if you don't achieve them. So I wrote a blog post on selfmadesuccess.com that really goes over how to plan and accomplish any goal in 4 steps, and I break down exactly how goals are built, how they work, and how to divide them up into smaller and smaller chunks to where it's so easy to actually do it and follow through and see progress right away. So I talk about things like how to make a clear specific goal with a deadline, how to make the daily plan to accomplish it by dividing it up, how to divide the daily plan into small steps, and I give examples you can use, and then how to execute it. So it's very easy. It's a 4-step plan, and for any goals you want to set for your small business, this is what I recommend you use. This is from me reading some of the greatest personal development books from Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Tim Ferriss, and it's also from my personal experience of working in this industry for years. So if you got something from this video, if you feel like you learned something that you can use to help you grow your small business, don't forget to like and subscribe so I can bring you more videos like this. If you want to let me know some things that helped you grow your small business, or let me know what you thought about the video, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want to contact me directly, you can go to selfmadesuccess.com, which is this website right here. If you want to get more in-depth blog posts like this one that takes you very in-depth, very detailed into how to do stuff, then you go to selfmadesuccess.com. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day.